Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about releasing your information for processing by the eFileMagick Service Bureau. Before we begin, let's talk a little bit about the workflow process within eFileMagick. The first thing that we start with is creating filers. The second thing that we perform is managing recipients. The third thing we typically do is generating PDF forms. And the very last step is releasing the information for processing. Why is releasing the information for processing important? Well, right now, if we navigate back to our dashboard, you'll note that the dashboard indicates that I have 4 recipients that are unreleased for John's Boat Shop and 1 recipient that's unreleased for a big toy store. Until you release your information for processing, eFileMagick will not e-file it with the IRS, will not print and mail the forms for you, and will not perform any other services that you request us to perform until you've released it. So you can think of releasing as that final step that says, okay, I'm done with my data, and now I'm ready for my data to get issued to the recipient, for the forms to get printed if you elect print and mail, and for the IRS to receive the information and complete my compliance requirements. Since we're ready to go, let's go ahead and release information for processing for John's Boat Shop. So once logged in, let's confirm that John's Boat Shop is my active filer, which I can see that it is here because it's in my global filer section. But if I needed to change filers, once again, I could go to 2 filers and down to 1099 and select a different filer. Since this is the appropriate filer, I'm going to go ahead and go to Release. At this point, the release screen is going to ask me what services I want. E-file and e-delivery are always included for the base price and are required services. But I also want to elect to have the eFileMagick Processing Bureau print and mail my forms for me. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my credit card details now. I'm going to confirm that all this information is correct. Yep, it looks good to me, and I'm going to select Submit Order. It's going to indicate to me that releasing the data instructs eFileMagick to begin processing the forms. That's okay, so go ahead and select Yes. I'm going to be required to agree to the terms of service associated with this order. Once you've reviewed that and agree, go ahead and select Yes. And at this point, the system's going to go ahead and process this order. Okay, the order is now complete. You'll receive a copy of the invoice via email. We confirm some of the details that are associated with your order right here. Additionally, if you ever need to regenerate a copy of the invoice associated with an order, you can navigate to One, System, and Dashboard, and go ahead and select the invoice button next to the order, which is now listed here. Additionally, since we've released our information for processing, you'll note that John's Boat Shop now shows 4 recipients that are released, and the order is currently in pending status. As we process the order, such as printing your forms or e-filing the information with the IRS, you'll receive periodic emails, and we'll also update information for you down here in the dashboard. Additionally, if you select an item in the dashboard, it'll give you specific statuses that are associated with the services you selected. So as we move e-file service through the processing queue and we perform e-file service, this will get updated accordingly. Lastly, you can also check the status of each individual recipient by going to 3 recipients and down to order status after you've released your information. You'll note that it indicates that I have 1 3921 that I released and 3 1099 NECs that I released, and currently all statuses are pending. This concludes the video on releasing your information within the eFileMagick system.